Hey there, class. Welcome, welcome. This is Lifespan Growth and Development, Psych 2314, and I am Kathy Anderson, your instructor for this course. You'll notice that there are a ton of lecture videos. I was not about to leave you hanging with just a textbook, so I give you all the lectures that you would get if you had me in person. So I have been with TCC for 11 years. I've been teaching psych for 11 years, and I also manage the supplemental instruction department at the Northwest campus, and I love teaching for Connect. Fun facts about me: I've lived in 6 different states, I've evaded kidnapping twice, and I have 2 kids, a freshman at Texas Tech and a sophomore in high school, and my husband is a philosophy professor also here with TCC, so maybe you've had him. So let me give you a short little look at the course. Okay, so here we are in the course, and you can see that we've got the home page. So I will always have announcements up here for you. I want you to make sure that you read those. I'll typically give you 1 announcement per week, but I'll also send an announcement if I want to give a little wrap up on discussion boards, if I want to give you information about passing rates on an exam, or maybe there's just a quick reminder about an exam, something like that. I would recommend that you set up your notifications to receive an email notification every time there's an announcement. So make sure you take a look at those. Not much down here. I didn't put in buttons. Instead, I'd like you to use these links over here. These will take you where you need to go. The syllabus link will take you to this, which is automatically generated by Canvas, and it will tell you all the things that are due. Now, I have to say I strongly recommend that you not go here and start clicking on things and doing them. That is the wrong way to do it because you're going to miss all of the instruction. But this is a handy way to know what's due. So Wednesday, the scavenger hunt over the syllabus is due, and then Saturday you can see we've got chapter 1. Typically, all of the due dates are going to be on Saturdays, but if there is a discussion board, then the original post will be due. So let's go ahead and click through to that because I want to show you something about this. I've put that in there just as a way to trigger you to do it. So this says, hey, the discussion board original posts are due Thursdays, response posts are due Saturdays, and this is just here to remind you that it's due. Click here to go to the discussion board. So here's the discussion board, and here's where you're going to post. All right, so that's syllabus, and then let's go over to modules. So you can see that there is a start here module. There's the welcome video, a little bit about me. You can call me if you like. I do have virtual office hours, and you can email me or Canvas inbox me. And let's see, let's go back to modules. So there's the syllabus. This is pasted in, and here's a PDF that you're welcome to print. There's the learning objectives for the course. Request to set up email notifications. Here's the course schedule. So we've got 16 chapters in 16 weeks. And there will be 3 different exams, so you can see the exam due dates are in there. And there's your readings. So I don't ask you to read the entire chapter. This is for the 9th edition of the textbook, and then this is for the older editions of the textbook if you want to do that. The newer edition of the textbook is fewer pages, so it costs more money, but you'll read less. Here's just a short little video. This is completely optional, a little 20-minute video for how to study that I had made. I'm going to be adding to this page as the semester goes on with some other tips and tricks like how to gamify your flashcards, how to take notes, the Feynman technique, things like that. And then finally there's an introductions discussion board, so go ahead and pop over there and let us know who you are. Then you can see we've got study guides, and then we get into the chapters. And I'm not going to go through all the chapters, but I want to show you the basic structure of each module. So each chapter is a module, and there's a prepare to learn, learn, and comprehension check section. So prepare to learn. I've got the study guide here because this is the first chapter in this unit. Chapters 1 through 5 will be the first chapter. 6 through 10 is first exam, 6 through 10 is the second exam, and then 11 through 16 is the last exam. So this is the first chapter in this unit, so there's your study guide. Then read the chapter, and I put in the pages there for you, but you can refer back to that table if you want. And then I always give you my PowerPoints. So this is the PowerPoint full one slide per page if you just want to look at it. And then this is a handout with 6 slides per page in case you want to print it. I do give exams that are open book, open note, and you are going to be using Respondus lockdown browser, so your browser is going to be locked. So you will not be able to access these while you're taking the test. So if you want to print that or save it on a different device, then you might want to do that. And then there's the learning. So like I said, I give video lectures for all that content. So make sure that you do watch those. I teach about 80% from the textbook, but there's quite a bit that I added in. Look a little bit goofy there. So make sure you watch the videos. You can go to the settings and you can change the speed if you want. So a lot of people like to kind of speed it up a little bit and watch it maybe 1.5 or even 2 times speed to take some of the time away. So make sure that you're looking at all of those video lectures. I test primarily over what I teach. That's not to say that there wouldn't be a question that was in the textbook but not in the lecture, but I'll just say I basically structure the tests around what I taught. So this is the stuff that you want to do. Now, comprehension checks. You may be thinking, what do I need the book for? Well, you're going to need the book because it is excellent background material, and you're going to have a reading quiz over the textbook every week. So every week there's going to be about a 10-point reading quiz. So make sure that you take a look at that and get those points. And then there's always going to be a comprehension check. And the comprehension check is over what I taught in the lectures. This is over the textbook. This is over lecture. You'll notice that they're 10 points each. Those are going to add up. Don't skip those and don't turn them in late. I do accept late work. There's a 10% of possible points deducted for each day late. So if it's a 10-point quiz and you're 1 day late, it's 1 point off. If it's 3 days late, it's 3 points off. If it's a 100-point exam and you're 1 day late, that's 10 points off. So those little dings are going to add up. So make sure you do all of these. You can take all the quizzes twice. And the Canvas is going to take your highest grade. So they're just there to help you. The best way to learn is to retrieve the information again and again and again. So that's why I give you these opportunities to kind of test your memory. So you can see that Chapter 2 looks much the same, and Chapter 3 and 4. And then after Chapter 5 is a big one. Just letting you know. In fact, I gave you a note that this is a long chapter and plan for plenty of time. And then there's the exam, and this is what I want you to see at this point. So again, the study guide is there, and then there's the exam, and it does require a Respondus lockdown browser. That's going to lock down your browser so that you can't copy a question from the exam into a different browser window. I'm not using the monitoring portion of that, at least at this time. And it's worth 100 points. This cannot be taken twice. This is a one-time and done deal, and it can be taken up to 3 days late. If you really want to blow 30 points, I suppose you can do that, but it's going to be locked after 3 days, and you can't retake it. If you bomb the first exam and email me and say, can I take it again? It's going to be a no. I'm sorry, I can't just give out retakes to individual students. So it is, I really suggest that you study hard for these. The exams are open book, open note, but they're timed. So 50 multiple choice questions, 55 minutes to do them. So that's about a minute per question. If you know the material, that's pretty easy and straightforward. You could get that done in a half an hour easily. If you don't know the material, that is not enough time to look everything up. So strongly recommend that you study maybe 30 minutes every night. If it were me, I would take notes Cornell style, and after you take notes on the lectures, well, let me back up. When you sit down to watch the video lectures, have your study guide printed and out, and have a notebook. Take notes on the lectures, and then after you're done, go back through those notes and summarize each page in your own words. And then a week before the exam, I would start to study about 30 minutes every night. I would make flashcards if it were me. I'll try to post a gamifying flashcards video a little bit later in the semester, but we'll see when I get around to it. But I would make flashcards and test myself. I would tell your family about it at dinner at night. Just retrieve that information again and again. There is an extra credit opportunity for every exam. It's 5 points, and that's all the extra credit that there is for this class. For the first exam, it's actually a practice quiz, and I'm going to turn this into an extra credit score that's going to go in this column. Okay, the other ones are a little bit more straightforward. It won't be goofy like that. But I had this nice little quiz made, and I thought it was really helpful. So take the quiz, and if you get a 3 out of 5 on it, then I'll give you 5 points of extra credit in this column. And I've locked the rest of the semester, but I'll be opening those up as time goes on. Sometimes I do give Kahoots or quizzes, and I try to update those links well in advance, but if I ever forget and the link doesn't work, just shoot me an email and I would immediately attend to that. I'll be checking email constantly throughout the day. Plan that I would get back to you within 24 hours, but in all likelihood, it's going to be sooner than that. I do sleep between 9 p.m. and about 6 a.m., so I won't be responding at that time. Feel free to email me, though. I've got the phone on silent. You're not going to bother me, and I'll see it when I wake up. So I'm here to help. Be happy to meet with you. Again, I can certainly help over email. We can have a video chat. I think I put a link in here for how to get in touch with me. Yeah. So if you click this and I'm there during my virtual office hours, possibly this will change. If I do, I'll let you know. This will click through to my session and we can have a little video chat. So hope that's helpful. I'm super excited to get to know you all, and hope you enjoy your time in my class.